Imagine waking up each morning, free from the heavy burden of worry, a life where your thoughts are not consumed by fears of what might happen, but instead focused on the present moment, rich with purpose and clarity. This isn't some distant dream or an impossible ideal, but a way of life that is within your reach. Worry, as persistent as it may seem, is nothing more than a shadow, a formless projection of our own mind that distorts reality. Yet many of us cling to it, believing it somehow prepares us for the worst. The truth, my friend, is this: worry robs us not only of joy, but of our very ability to live fully. It poisons our peace, clouds our decisions, and turns the simplest moments of contentment into battlegrounds of unease. But what if we could tame this mental monster? What if we could transform worry into a source of strength, a means of building resilience and clarity rather than chaos? This is not merely an idea, but a way of living rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. We can stop being prisoners of worry. By adopting the Stoic mindset, we can reclaim our lives from the clutches of anxiety, focusing instead on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. I invite you on this journey, not just to understand worry, but to master it, to live a life filled with peace, joy, and unwavering purpose. Let's explore how. Lesson 1. Understanding the nature of worry. Worry, at its core, is a product of the mind, a phantom we create through our thoughts. It takes shape from our fears of what might come to pass, and yet it is rarely based on what is. To understand worry is to realize this. It thrives not on reality, but on our misperception of it. Like a skilled deceiver, it preys on our uncertainties, twisting them into shadows far darker than any real danger. But let me ask you, friend, what is this thing we call worry? Is it not an illusion of control, a futile attempt to grapple with the unknown? Think of it as standing in a boat, endlessly trying to calm the waves by stirring the water with your hands. The more you thrash, the more the sea seems unsettled, and yet the storm is beyond your reach. In Stoic thought, we recognize worry as the mind's response to uncertainty. The ancient philosophers knew well that life is full of unpredictability. Seneca, in his wisdom, taught us that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This, my friend, is the nature of worry. It projects suffering onto moments that have yet to come, stealing the peace from the present. To master this enemy, we must first see it for what it truly is: a mental construct, not a reality. When we understand that worry is a force of imagination, we gain the power to confront it. What we fear is often not what is happening, but what we think might happen. The mind, untamed, creates endless scenarios of loss and failure, none of which may ever come to pass. Yet, how much of our energy is consumed by these ghostly fears? Pause for a moment and reflect. When has worry ever solved the problem it presented? More often than not, it only amplifies the chaos within, blinding us to the solutions that exist right before us. Worry is not a companion to wisdom, but an obstacle. And it is here, in this recognition, that we begin the journey toward freedom. Worry may arise from fear, but its roots lie deeper, in our inability to accept uncertainty. The Stoics teach that the only true control we possess is over our own minds, our own actions. We cannot dictate the course of events, but we can choose how we perceive and respond to them. In this lies the key to breaking the cycle of worry. Focus not on what may happen, but on how we can shape our own responses. In this, there is clarity. In this, there is peace. So, let us cease to battle the waves with our hands, and instead, turn inward to calm the storm within. This is the Stoic path. The path where worry is seen not as a foe to be feared, but as a shadow to be dissolved by the light of reason. Lesson 2. Shifting perspective, worry versus reality. To free ourselves from the grip of worry, we must first learn to see it for what it truly is, a distortion, not of the world, but of our perception of it. Worry thrives on what is not real. It is the mind's poor attempt to predict a future that may never come. And yet, how often do we let these false projections rule our present? Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a cliff, peering into a fog-filled abyss. You cannot see what lies ahead, and so, your mind begins to fill the void with imagined dangers. But does this change the landscape before you? No. The fog remains, indifferent to your fears. And so too does reality remain unmoved by the fabrications of our worried minds. We must remind ourselves, as Marcus Aurelius once urged, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The Stoic practice begins here, separating what is real from what is imagined. Worry, my friend, is little more than a bridge to nowhere, built on the foundations of fear. It leads us not to solutions, but to further entanglement. When we worry, we are borrowing trouble from a future that is yet to unfold, robbing the present of its peace. It is not the external events that cause us distress, but the false stories we tell ourselves about what may come. To conquer worry, we must first confront it with reason. Ask yourself, what is the truth in this moment? What evidence do you have that the disaster you fear will occur? More often than not, you will find that the ground beneath your feet is far more stable than your anxious mind would have you believe. The future is a mystery to all, and worry cannot predict its course any more than a shadow can block the sun. Let us consider this. If we are to live wisely, we must distinguish between fact and fear. Worry thrives on uncertainty, but clarity arises from seeking the truth. As Stoics, we do not avoid challenges, nor do we deny the difficulties of life. Instead, we face them with clear eyes, unclouded by unnecessary dread. We ask ourselves, what is within my control, and what is simply beyond it? In this simple shift of perspective, the fog begins to lift, revealing the path forward. So, how do we navigate the stormy seas of worry? First, by anchoring ourselves in reality. Gather the facts and let them guide your course, not the wild imaginings of the mind. As Epictetus wisely said, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Remember this when your thoughts begin to race, when your heart is burdened with fears of the unknown. The future is not yet written, and worry cannot write it for you. In this way, we begin to live fully, not trapped in the worries of what might be, but grounded in the truth of what is. Let us free ourselves from the illusion of control over tomorrow, and instead, focus on the strength we hold today. This is how we shift from worry to wisdom, from illusion to reality. Lesson 3. Building a resilient mindset. To conquer worry, we must develop a mindset that remains steady through life's trials. Resilience isn't avoiding challenges. It's the strength to face them calmly. As Epictetus taught, difficulties show a person's character. True resilience comes from embracing the present moment rather than fearing what lies ahead. Most worries stem from focusing on uncertain futures. But in doing so, we neglect the only time we control, the present. Like a captain steering a ship, we must focus on today's waters, not tomorrow's storm. Living in the present empowers us to handle challenges as they arise, rather than be consumed by anxiety. Resilience also means practicing emotional flexibility. When negative emotions like fear or doubt surface, instead of fighting them, we observe them. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we control our minds, not external events. Pausing to reflect before reacting allows us to realign with reason rather than fear. The Stoics saw challenges as opportunities for growth. As Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind. Each obstacle we face becomes a stepping stone toward greater strength and clarity. Resilience isn't about perfection but perseverance, meeting each day with calm and wisdom. Life will always test us, but it's how we respond that defines us. Will you let worry control you, or will you choose resilience? Facing each challenge with the steady mind of a Stoic, the power is in your choice. Lesson 4. Practical tools to stop worrying. Worry is a fire we often let burn, but Stoicism gives us the tools to extinguish it. These tools, forged through reason, allow us to take action rather than passively wait for worry to fade. First, break the habit. Worry is a learned behavior that can be unlearned. Every time it arises, counter it with action, whether it's physical tasks or purposeful reflection. Focus only on what you can control. As Seneca reminds us, true happiness is to enjoy the present. Next, fill your life with meaningful occupation. An idle mind invites worry, but one busy with purpose leaves no space for it. Like a cup filled with water, when your mind is occupied with meaningful tasks, there's no room for anxiety. Engage in projects or activities that align with your values. Finally, rely on repetition. Consistency is key. Every day, reflect on where worry tried to take control and how you can improve. As Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself. By using these tools, you can gradually diminish worry's power. Mastery takes time, but with daily practice, you'll reclaim peace and control over your thoughts. Lesson 5. Leveraging Stoic wisdom for emotional mastery. Emotions, like shifting winds, can sweep us into anxiety, but Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control the winds, we can master our sails. True freedom comes from mastering our inner world, not the external one. Our emotions should serve us, not control us. The first key is to accept what you cannot control. Much of our suffering stems from trying to change things beyond our power. As Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Focus on what you can control, your thoughts and actions, while allowing life's uncontrollable events to unfold as they will. Next, learn the art of letting go. Worry holds on tightly, but wisdom lies in releasing what burdens us. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Letting go brings clarity and peace, not by abandoning responsibility, but by trusting in the natural flow of events. Finally, practice self-reflection. The Stoics believed in the power of examining our actions daily. By reflecting on our responses to fear and worry, we sharpen our ability to separate rational thought from emotion. Over time, we sculpt our character into one of inner strength and calm. Emotional mastery isn't about avoiding emotions, but guiding them. With Stoic wisdom, we can rise above anxiety and live with unshakable peace and clarity. Lesson 6. Building lasting peace and joy. Lasting peace is not the absence of difficulty, but the calm that remains despite it. True joy comes from living in harmony with life, not from chasing fleeting comforts. As Stoics, we cultivate inner peace by mastering our minds and embracing wisdom. The first step is gratitude. Worry arises when we forget our blessings. As Epictetus said, rejoice for those things you have. By focusing on the gifts in our lives, like the warmth of the sun or the kindness of others, we shift our minds away from fear and find joy in the present. Next, compassion lightens the burden of worry. By turning outward and helping others, we free ourselves from self-centered anxieties. Marcus Aurelius taught us to do good unto others as if it were unto yourself. Acts of kindness, even small ones, fill our lives with purpose and peace. Finally, embrace challenges. Every difficulty is an opportunity for growth. As Seneca said, the good man does not escape difficulty, but thrives through it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And in facing hardship, you will find strength and resilience. Peace and joy come not from seeking comfort, but from gratitude, compassion, and embracing life's challenges. Cultivate these within, and you'll find that joy is a flame that has always been within you. The journey to overcoming worry is not a quick path nor an easy one, but it is a worthy one. As we've explored, worry is not a force outside of us. It is a creation of our own minds, shaped by fear and fed by uncertainty. But remember this, my friend. You hold the power to reshape your mind, to turn worry into wisdom, fear into clarity, and anxiety into peace. We have walked together through the steps of this transformation, learning to understand worry for what it truly is, shifting our perspective to align with reality, and building within ourselves a mindset of resilience. We have armed ourselves with practical tools, grounded in action, that break the cycle of worry and allow us to live with purpose and presence. We have embraced the Stoic wisdom that reminds us of the limits of our control and the boundless potential within ourselves to master our emotions. And now, we arrive at the most vital lesson of all. The key to lasting peace and joy lies within us. It is not found in the avoidance of life's storms, but in learning to stand firm amidst them. Peace is not the absence of adversity, but the presence of a mind that remains calm and clear no matter the chaos that surrounds it. As you go forward, take this truth with you. Worry does not change the future. It only robs today of its peace. Focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your attitude. Leave the rest to unfold as it will, knowing that you are prepared to face whatever may come with the wisdom and strength you have cultivated. Remember, as the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The future is uncertain, yes, but you are unshaken, for your peace comes from within. Embrace this path of wisdom, my friend, and you will find that worry fades, replaced by a steady joy that endures through all things. This is the Stoic way, and it is within your reach. If you found value in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and are ready to continue your journey toward inner peace and resilience, make sure to subscribe to the Ultimate Stoicism channel. Hit the like button, share this video with others seeking clarity, and join our growing community. Together, we can face life's challenges with strength, purpose, and unwavering calm.